Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Niners 7, Bills nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
From the 27, Rudolph, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Ricky,
Rudolph looking to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Marshall. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 29, Rudolph able to get this to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10, 43-yard line.
Hey. Check three. Check.
On first down, Procise. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rudolph. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Rudolph looking to throw it. That one complete to Yeldon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
General West. Ready.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw, Rudolph. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
90 Wolf. Hey, man.
They'll try and run down here with Procise. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
We got to step it up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He hits his running back, Procise. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. C.J. Procise, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back to throw. Marshall on the screen. This is Coleman. Dashing through the snow. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Go, go, go.
The drive starts with C.J. Procise. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 29, Rudolph, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 or 49.
That's what I do.
Snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Marshall. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Down. 8-3. Mike 58 right there. I got it. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman, he takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Recon, 132 fighter. Watch the pass.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Come on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Marshall. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. This is Coleman. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 5.
Rudolph on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Everyone's got 4 down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down, Rudolph. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Yeldon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Yikes. Terrible kick. Headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Ready? Block 49. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Let's go.
On first down, Marshall. This to Jarwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Marshall. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Now a signal and a timeout call. as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
That's another Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 8 read.
Like the 59. You gonna see me in your
Get it.
On first down, Rudolph. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
That's how we do it, baby.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check, bunt set. Check, bunt set. I got 2.
Second and 10.
First down.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Switch up, switch up.
On first down, Coleman. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Off the play fake, Marshall. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Set 50, plant.
56. Pick me up. Here we go.
To throw on second and 6. Rudolph. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready.
Buffalo
60
offense
out
ready to
ball.
go for their next drive.
You're not ready.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Rudolph. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rudolph going to throw again. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making him.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Ready?
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Down. 30 base.
Come on. You better bring it. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Marshall. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
1st down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
Now.
Coleman now. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Watch the run, watch the run. That's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Patch it.
Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back now in Buffalo. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Go now. 90 Wolf. Greystone travel.
On first down, Coleman. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We got it.
Back to throw. Marshall being chased out left. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, 3rd down here.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Watch the slap.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. The speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rudolph now to throw. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
Ready?
Here we go on fourth. Rudolph. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Down. 10 Lobo. You draw corker.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Come on, set.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense had got to be a little... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready, set.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. DeForest Buckner, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and long. Rudolph. Well, the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Rudolph. And John Brown's got it complete. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hit it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11.
Down.
At the
15
48-yard
line.
line.
15 line.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Say, huh.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Watch the screen.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer